everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a bit of an information video really. So later this week when this video goes up, I will be going to RARE Melbourne, which is a really big book signing convention. It is the Romance Authors and Readers event, and this event is hosted all around the world in different locations every year, and it's the second time it's coming back to Melbourne. I do really enjoy the event. It is probably one of the bigger book events or book signing events that we have for romance books here in Australia, although we are getting a lot more local big events as well, which is amazing. But as it is the second time I'm going, and I was much better prepared this time around in terms of mentally preparing myself for the event because it's huge. There's a lot of people. For me, that's incredibly draining. I've spent sort of the last 12 months kind of slowly mentally preparing myself for that. And I thought I would put together some tips for anyone else who's going to a big signing. There's been a lot of controversy and issues with signings overseas. I haven't heard the same amount of stuff happening at any events here. I think they're reasonably well run. So for the foreseeable future, we're assuming that we're going to continue to have them. And yeah, these are my top tips. Now, this event is being held in Melbourne, which is my hometown or my home city. So I am a local. I could theoretically travel in and out each day because I'm going to the meet and greet on Friday and the event on Saturday. However, I have pre-ordered a significant number of books and I do not want to pay for shipping them home. So I'm staying in the city. I'm staying right near the convention center where it's being held, and I'm going to take a couple of suitcases that are going to fit my books. I will be taking two, well, they're large, but they're kind of like the medium large rather than the super large suitcases. I'm going to take two of those. I know this worked because last time I bought a whole lot more books than I'm planning on buying this time. So it worked out because last time I had to buy the second suitcase to bring the books home. Logistically, there's going to be a couple of suitcases. I'm also going to take kind of a foldy overnighter bag that will have my clothes and toiletries and stuff in it. That's just easiest for me because worst case, I can always shove the clothes into the suitcase to fill in any spots and make sure nothing moves around and use the bag for extra books if I need to. So having a bit of a game plan for your books and how you're going to get them home is really essential. The good thing about these events though is that there is usually a company, book it and send, who you can package your books up with them and they will ship it to your home. That also works. So if that works for you, you do you. I'm also technically using this event as an opportunity to have a holiday in the city. So like that's how I've balanced out my decisions in terms of how I'm getting my books home. So what to take: your suitcases, your clothes, your toiletries, any medication that you need. Make sure you have some of that on hand in like a backpack or a handbag or something that you take into the event. Bring a water bottle and snacks. I'm going to be bringing a bunch of these muesli bars, which have kind of been my go-to recently, as something that, one, I know my stomach can handle because of, health issues, but also just slow releasing energy because it's just made of oats and fruit. And yeah, water because you will need it during the day. You can purchase snacks and drinks and things at the event, but they will be event prices. So have your own supplies on hand. One of the good things, I suppose, about us also staying really close to the convention center is that if I need to leave the event to drop off any books or whatever, I can do that, and I can also replenish snacks. So I will be leaving some things in my hotel room to pick up. I'm planning on doing a big breakfast before I go to the event and also dinner afterwards, so I may not necessarily stop and have a big lunch in the middle of the day, which is probably not as crucial for me because I have an early entry, so I'll be in 2 hours before the general entry, and so I'll be in from 9:30 to 4:30. So I actually have a lot of time and I should be right with pickups of pre-orders and stuff. So have all of those things on hand because it just makes your life easier on the day. The other thing I'm bringing is a rolling cart. I'll insert a little clip of my cart. I took it last time. It was really handy. It's got 4 wheels. It also has a lid, which I think I left home last time. I may leave it home this time as well. I don't think I necessarily need it for here because, one, I'm not going to be sitting on it, and two, if I need to just sort of wedge things in the top of it, it helps. But one thing that I did see some advice, I can't remember who I saw this from, but someone suggested, and I don't know if this is necessarily going to work with my cart, but I've got them anyway, and I'm going to just bring a couple just in case, is you can get these pram straps. So they're just Velcro. They're designed to go on baby prams, and you can loop them around sort of any handles, like a rolling cart handle, and it creates a loop, and then you just add a carabiner to it. I should have done it before I Velcroed it. And then you can attach bags to your trolleys. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm taking 2 of those and I'll set them up the morning of so that they're already on there. And if I need to use them, I can. So like little tote bags or gift bags or things like that, they can hold it. I just thought that was really cool. And I actually have 4 of these, but I'm only going to take 2 because I think that's all I'll need if I use them. Take some plastic folders. So these are fun, like these are just little plastic document wallets. This is larger than A5. Something like this so you can put any stickers or bookmarks or swag or anything in here. Take some of these. I also found these. These came with pony beads in them that I was purchasing for my classroom, and they're just little sturdy plastic cases. Now, I may not necessarily take this, see, they just open up like this. I may not necessarily take these into the event. I might take this one, but when I'm packing them, I'll probably put them in here. And I happen to have 2 of them, which are also currently holding some other things that I suggest you take. Take some post-it notes, take some pens or stationery, just in case you need it. The other thing I need to also take, but probably won't fit in there, is some sticky tape, and I'll explain that a bit later. The post-it notes are really handy, and I'll talk about why in a moment, but having these just means that you can keep all of your goodies safe so they don't get squashed, particularly when you're repacking everything later on. Take some larger, sturdier tote bags as well so that you can put any goodies in them. That's really helpful. I'm also taking a little lanyard with my name on it. I am purchasing the RARE lanyards, which don't come with names on them, so I'm just gonna, well, I've got it on a lanyard at the minute, but I will probably just attach this to one of the RARE lanyards. So one, it's got my name on it. So if people want to come and say hi, they can. And I also have my social media handle on there as well. The other thing that I'm taking is this giant tote bag that says trade, because this year there's been a lot of talk in the group about trades, which wasn't there at last RARE, and I wouldn't have known about it or had enough time to do anything anyway. But I have made little trading bags, that was upside down, to gift people. I have different bookmarks inside them. There's this one with my channel stuff on it. My favorite bookmarks, which are my Read with Pride bookmarks. All of these have a bookmark, some stickers that I had tons of book stickers that I didn't know what to do with, so I literally just pulled a bunch of stuff that I had and put it all together. So bookmarks and bracelets and some little mints and things like that for the day. I have those in a bag with trade, which I had this bag made through Vistaprint just so that I could wear something that was eye level that people could see, and they can just come up and say if they want to trade. Wow, what happened to the lighting? It's probably gonna go, if I fix this, the light's gonna go away and it's gonna get dark. I also had a small handful of bookmarks left, so I've just thrown them into another plastic pocket, and if I run out of bags and people still want something, they can have a bookmark. Oh look, the lighting went away. The other thing that I've done is I've also made little ones for authors with little notes on the back just to say how much I like their books. These are for mostly authors that I've done pre-orders for, or authors that I've read a lot of their backlist for. They're currently in this bag, but will probably go in my backpack on the day because I don't anticipate needing to put a lot of other stuff except my drink bottle and my snacks in the bottom of that backpack. So those are things that I'm taking. I think I've managed to talk about everything on my list. The other thing I'll be printing out closer to the event when it's available is the event map, which shows the room and the layout where all the authors are. I will be going through that map with a fine-tooth comb. I will be highlighting authors that I have pre-orders for. I will also be marking down the authors that I need to get to first during early entry, because they're the authors that I suspect will have long lines during the day, so I want to try and get to them first. I'm also going to highlight in a different color authors who I have books that I'm bringing to get signed. I'll show you those in a minute. There are authors who have contributed to the RARE anthology, which I've purchased, and I love doing this for events. If they have an anthology, I love getting it because then I can go and see a bunch of authors that I may not have visited otherwise and get them to sign their title page, which that's the other reason I'm taking post-it notes, is because I'll be marking up that anthology the night before, because I'm going to hopefully pick it up at the meet and greet with the author's name and also my name so that they know how to personalize it. I'm going to mark up all of those cover pages before the event, which this is the benefit of being able to pick it up the day before. Sorry, I know I'm being rapid fire here. I'm trying to... A lot of this, I have a list. I literally have a list in front of me and then I just go, oh, I didn't put that on the list. I also have a list of my pre-orders. I currently have it on Upnote, but I will also probably write out a physical copy just to keep in my pocket on the day. But hopefully I just need my phone version, which also has a little checkbox. And I need to bookmark my Baventi pre-order page because that also will help me just make sure I've picked everything up. Now, I am taking some books to be signed. I'm not taking a whole lot. These are the ones that I've identified. So I am seeing Amy Aislinn. The first time I went to the event, I picked up all of her Stickside series and the first book in Vancouver Orca series. I actually have a pre-order with her for other books, but these are books 2 and 3 in the Vancouver Orca series that I haven't had signed, so I'm taking those. I'm taking a few more Nalini Singh books. She typically only signs 5 books at a time, so I'm erring on the side of caution and taking 4. I'm taking Angel's Blood since we've started the read along for that. I'm taking the 2 Iliam and Aiden books and also Atonement Sky because that is the most recent one that I've read. I have a Jax Calder novella because I'm going to go and see them. I have Jodie McAllister's arc of an academic affair that I want to get signed because she's going to be there. And then I have Becca Seymour's Offside Play and Jodie Oliver's Barn Burner. These are books that have just come out recently, so I purchased a copy because I didn't know if they would have copies and they weren't on the pre-order. Jodie Oliver, I have a pre-order for. I'm really excited to go and meet her. I love her hockey romances. Now, the other reason for post-it notes, if you're taking books, put your name on a post-it note on the page that you want signed. It just makes life so much easier for authors and PAs if you've already done that. While we're talking about books, if you are traveling with books as well, there's lots of different ways that you can keep them safe. You can put them in book covers, book sleeves. Oh my God, words. Book sleeves. You can wrap them up in towels. Some people wrap them up in cling wrap. I saw this idea to use those cellophane bags like the ones that I used for my little trade bags. Don't break it like I did. Part of the reason why I'm taking the tape is that you can literally just wrap it up and then it just kind of stops the pages from slipping around. That's kind of going to be a plan. I need to get a few more of these, but yeah, I'm going to have some of these on hand just to, even if I don't do every book, you know, it's plastic, it's not sustainable, but neither is cling wrap. Even if I just do every other book, it just means that books won't necessarily slip inside each other and ruin covers and stuff like that. And then the other thing is you may not necessarily have physical books. A lot of people don't collect physical books. They might be e-readers or audiobook readers. And there's so many different creative ways that you can collect signatures from your authors as you go around, because authors are just happy to talk to their readers, honestly. It's not a big deal to them if you choose to listen to their books on audiobook or read them by ebook or via the library or things like that. They're just happy people are reading their books, right? So there's lots of different ways that you can collect signatures. You can take book plates if you don't want to carry books. Most authors are pretty happy to sign those. You could take like a signing book. Now this is one that I purchased from Novel Grounds and I was going to take it. I'm not 100% certain I'm going to take it this year, but it is beautiful. I bought it because I really liked the layout of it. So you have a page like this. It's nice, thick paper, blank on the back. You can kind of put the author's name, get their signature, put photos, any stickers and things like that. Initially, I wasn't sure how many pre-orders I was going to have and if I was going to do anything different in terms of collecting authors from signatures from other authors. So I purchased this one and I don't regret it. I'm going to hold on to it for other events, I think. Because one of the things that I typically do is I get a tote bag and I get that signed. So last Rare, this was the tote from last Rare, and I didn't think of this at the start of the day. I only really thought of it on the second day and right towards the end where I started collecting some signatures. And then at Books in Sight this year, you guys might remember, I collected pretty much everyone's signatures on a tote bag. So I do have a Rare tote bag that I might take around, and anyone whose books I'm not getting signed, I might get them to sign the tote bag. Other people have done photo books where they've put it all together themselves and they're getting people to sign it. You could just have a scrapbook. People have done canvases, like people get really creative with it. So you don't have to worry about having books. And then I think finally the other couple of things that I'll take my laptop because I'll probably need that to decompress at the end of Friday and Saturday. And I'm also taking a portable charger. Now, where is mine gone? This is my one. I'll make sure it's fully charged before I leave. It has 3 different charging ports all built into it so that I don't need to take extra cables. And this one, the charge lasts on it for ages. Like I've charged multiple devices, my phone, my Kindle, etc. on this week, and it's still currently sitting at 81%. So I'll be taking that with me and I'll throw it into the bottom of my backpack, mostly for my phone. So in terms of what I'm collecting on the day, and I will have a vlog, I promise. I will try and remember to film some clips while I'm in there, but I have 18 pre-orders. Not all of them are authors and books. Some of them are some merch things that I saw that I really liked. So my priority will be going to those, and within those 18 pre-orders, there's something like 42 books that I've been paying off for a year. So that's the one good thing about this time purchasing my ticket early and being involved from the start, is that I have not had to pay everything lump sums right at this point of the year, because quite frankly, that's not going to work for me. So I've paid everything off over the course of a year, which has made it a lot easier because I could kind of just do a couple of things here and there. The author I'm collecting the most books from is N.R. Walker. I think I've got like 11 books, and that's just because I've literally been waiting because I knew they were going to be at Rare. I've been holding off from purchasing physical books. I'm like, then I don't have to cart them. I can just buy them and pick them up at the event. I'll have the books that I'm taking. They'll probably go into a separate tote bag just so I don't mix anything up and I can find them easily. My plan on the day is to do all of my 18 pre-orders. I'm going to see Nalini Singh first just because she's going to be a wristband author on the day. So I want to get in there first and just so I can get the book signed. And probably Eden Finley and Saxon James, they'll probably be the first couple of authors that I'll go and see just because I suspect that they'll be decent lines, and then I'm going to go and see everyone else after that. Then I will try and find the authors of books that I am just taking books in that I haven't done pre-orders for. And then after that, so I'm hoping that I can collect most of those in the first half of the day and then drop all the books off at my hotel room. Like, this is my plan. This is the way that I'm thinking. And then I'm going to go around and get the anthology signed. I mean, I might do a little bit of that during the day if I happen to be near authors and they don't have lines. But my plan is to try and knock out all of my pre-orders and all of that sort of stuff first and then do the anthology. I just think that's going to work better for my brain. I'm really looking forward to it. Events like this always have Facebook groups just because that's a way of easily disseminating information to the masses. The only problem with that is you also have people who get very nervous and anxious and, you know, need to know things before they're ready. And events like this are huge. There's a lot of things that go into the back end. And my philosophy with all of these has always been to assume positive intent on the part of everyone. And that's the way I'm going into this. I'm really hopeful and positive that everyone is going to have a great time. Everyone's really excited. I'm assuming positive intent. Hopefully in about a week's time, you'll have a wrap up of the event plus the haul of books. Considering how many books I'm collecting, there's less than 10 of them that I haven't read. I've mostly tried to pick up things that I have already read and loved to get signed. So that's been my plan the whole way through. I don't want to come back necessarily with a huge blown out TBR, and that's just for my brain. In the comments, I'd love to know, do you go to big signing events? What's your usual game plan? Do you have any other tips? I know actually one tip that I did see from Evie Mitchell the other day was she said, invest in a good pair of compression socks for after the event. I'll have to see if I can find some before I get to Rare. I thought that was a really good tip because you're walking around a lot. Also, wear really comfy shoes, like wear comfy clothes, comfy clothes. The event hall is concrete. I've been there many times. You're walking around on concrete all day, you wear your comfy shoes. All right, so I guess that's it from me for this video. And if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to chat to me in the comments or leave me a shopping bag emoji to let me know that you're here. And I will see you next time. Bye everyone.